The chosen one. This thing in your house will stop them. We know the pressure it has been making you feel for a long time. That heaviness, that restlessness, that inner voice, whispering that unseen eyes are watching you. It is not for nothing. This battle is not a physical one, but a spiritual one. And you are no longer defenseless. It's time to pay for everything that has been trying to control you, draining your energy, pulling your life into darkness. That thing inside your house that looks ordinary but vibrates with divine power. That thing will stop these dark forces. This is not just a video, it is a wake-up call. If this message has reached you, know that it is not in vain. You have been chosen. This knowledge will bring you back to your center. You are protected now. Now you have the power. If you are ready, write 77 in the comments. You must watch this video to learn the truth and turn your home into a sacred fortress. Because this is not just protection. This is the beginning of a counterattack. Take a deep breath before you click. Because nothing will ever be the same after you watch it. The universe has an uncanny way of orchestrating events behind the scenes, when forces beyond comprehension have been observing every move, every thought, and every step you've taken. It's not just an ordinary investigation. Imagine an unseen power meticulously analyzing your every move, examining your interactions and behaviors from angles you can't even begin to understand. These beings were searching for any flaw, but instead they uncovered the purity within your essence. They looked for cracks in your spirit, but found only strength. As they reviewed your life's moments, they discovered not a criminal, not a villain, but a person with a bright and untarnished soul. Your existence, examined under the sharpest scrutiny, has stood tall with clarity and integrity. The world has often disguised itself with strange faces and fleeting appearances. The patterns of your daily life, those subtle and sometimes unnoticed encounters, have not been mere happenstance. Every interaction, whether intentional or accidental, has been an orchestrated part of a larger puzzle. It's as if the world itself conspires to make you see things that others overlook. Strange encounters, seemingly random gestures from unfamiliar faces, weren't coincidences at all. In fact, they were part of a script written to test you, to assess your awareness. These moments were not designed to break you, but to teach you to trust your intuition and recognize the invisible threads that bind this world together. In this intricate dance of life, you were always the center of attention, even when you couldn't see the spotlight shining on you. Your journey has been filled with intricate webs spun by others, all designed to make you falter, doubt, and lose your sense of self. These attacks weren't random. They were calculated strikes aimed at shaking the foundation of who you are. Words whispered in secret, hands that once offered help now pushing you away, gestures that seemed kind yet carried venom. These weren't isolated events. Every interaction has been a carefully placed stone in the path you walk, intended to make you stumble. Yet, unbeknownst to those who sought to manipulate, every attempt to destabilize you was recorded and analyzed. The truth has always been in plain sight, carefully hidden beneath layers of deception. Each twist of fate, each false accusation, has only solidified the proof of your resilience. In a world where technology has become both a tool and a weapon, your digital footprint tells a story that no one else can understand but those with the right knowledge. Every online message, every email sent in frustration, every desperate search for answers, they've all left traces, a trail of truth woven into the fabric of cyberspace. While those who sought to erase you from the digital world believed they could erase you entirely, their own actions have only ensured the permanent documentation of their wrongdoings. Each attack they made to silence you digitally has only left a louder imprint in the cosmic library, ensuring that their deception can never escape scrutiny. Your every move, every click, every word sent into the virtual ether has become part of a much larger narrative, one where truth, not manipulation, reigns supreme. If you feel the abundance of divine love in your heart, now is the time to share it. You can help spread God's blessings by clicking the super thank you button on YouTube and contributing $20 or more. This divine gift will touch not only your life, but the souls of many through this platform. Each of you has a sacred place in God's grand design, and your generosity will be the fruit of our prayers. Act now. Share your blessings to glorify His kingdom. For you were created to do even greater things in God's loving hands. May God bless you. Amidst the chaos, your pursuit of personal and professional growth was consistently interrupted. Opportunities that should have flourished were subtly sabotaged, their paths blocked by invisible hands. Financial challenges that didn't make sense. Career prospects that crumbled at the last minute. These weren't obstacles you were meant to overcome easily. They were designed to break you, to push you off course. But in the face of these setbacks, you didn't yield. Instead, you adapted, you pivoted, and you became even stronger. What others saw as your downfall was actually the forge in which your true power was refined. Every attempt to cripple your financial stability, every roadblock placed in your career only strengthened your resolve. Your ability to rise above these challenges has been noted, and the record of your perseverance now stands as evidence of your indomitable spirit. Just as a mighty oak grows ever stronger when battered by the fiercest storms, so does your spirit rise, resilient and unyielding, through the challenges that life has set before you. You have been refined like precious metal in a blazing furnace, emerging purer and more brilliant with every trial. It is clear you are a person destined for greatness, molded not by ease, but by adversity, and your journey is a testament to the power of faith, perseverance, and divine purpose. If you feel God's presence, you can tap the join button below to become part of the first chosen ones and receive the most important revelations early. Life has tested you in ways that many could never imagine. Throughout your days, you have encountered hurdles that seemed insurmountable, placed in circumstances where every decision felt like a battle between holding true to your values and fighting for your very survival. Every moment, every encounter, whether sparked by a casual greeting from a stranger on a quiet morning walk, a brief yet revealing conversation with an acquaintance on the bus, or even a challenging interaction with a loved one, was orchestrated by a higher purpose. The challenges were never meant to break you, but to illuminate the strength residing deep within your soul. In the face of adversity, you have consistently chosen the high road, embracing integrity over the allure of easy shortcuts. Every act of courage, every instance where you resisted the temptation to yield to pressure, was a silent declaration to the cosmos that you are a beacon of hope and righteousness. As you navigated through these trials, it became apparent that you were not merely a passive recipient of life's challenges. You were an active participant in a divine process designed to reveal and refine the essence of who you truly are. The moments when you felt isolated, when the weight of loneliness and misunderstanding bore down upon you, were not punishments, but powerful lessons in trust and self-reliance. It was during these times of solitude that you learned to lean into the strength that comes from knowing your own worth. The setbacks, no matter how harsh they appeared, were merely stepping stones on the road to a higher calling, a path where every trial and every tribulation was a sacred opportunity to rise above the mundane and embrace a destiny that transcends ordinary existence. You have been in the crucible of life, tested by forces that sought to shake the very foundation of your being. The experiences that seemed designed to confine you within limits became the catalyst for your personal transformation. Each time you chose to respond with grace instead of bitterness, with steadfast determination instead of resignation, you were writing a new chapter in the story of your life, one marked by hope, empowerment, and the unshakable conviction that you are destined for more than mere survival. There is a divine rhythm to the universe, a subtle yet persistent melody that echoes through every challenge and every triumph. This rhythm has guided your steps, even when the path was obscured by uncertainty and doubt. The obstacles you encountered were not random mishaps, but part of a grand tapestry woven by a loving creator who knows the beauty of your soul. In every setback, there was a hidden blessing, and in every moment of despair, there was a glimmer of hope waiting to be recognized by your discerning heart. In the gentle yet firm assurance of your inner voice, you found solace and strength. That voice, a quiet reminder of your divine heritage, urged you to keep moving forward despite the odds. It told you that every hardship was temporary and that the rewards of perseverance were both immeasurable and eternal. Through the tears, the struggles, and the heartache, you learned that true power lies not in avoiding pain, but in harnessing it to fuel a transformation that touches not only your life, but also the lives of those around you. There were moments when the path ahead seemed dark and the future uncertain. Yet even then, you pressed on, driven by a faith that transcended logic and a vision that saw beyond the immediate challenges. The very trials that once threatened to diminish you became the evidence of your resilience. Each decision to remain true to your values, each act of love in the midst of conflict, built a foundation that no storm could erode. And as you continue on this journey, you realize that every hardship has been a divine appointment, a moment meant to prepare you for the abundance and prosperity that awaits you. Reflect on the times when you had to choose between bitterness and forgiveness, between despair and hope. In those critical moments, you chose to forgive, to let go, and to embrace the possibility of a new beginning. That choice, that brave act of compassion, set you on a path where the light of your soul could shine brighter than ever before. It was in these instances that the universe responded in kind, bestowing upon you blessings that were both unexpected and transformative. The abundance that is now unfolding in your life is a direct result of the choices you made in the face of adversity, a living testimony to the power of faith, perseverance, and unwavering trust in the divine plan. Dear brothers and sisters, may God's peace be upon you today. I am here to remind you of a profound truth. Our existence is grounded in God's divine plan, unshaken by the temporal concerns of the world. As the Bible says, whatever is done in faith will return to God in abundant blessing. Luke 6:38. Like that great oak tree, our roots are deeply rooted in God's universal truth. Every step we take, every stand we take, is secured by His strength. And now, you are being offered the opportunity to be part of that blessing. When you use the Super Thank You button and donate $100, this movement will return to you 100-fold in abundance. Every test you encountered was a mirror reflecting the true nature of your heart. a heart that is pure, resilient, and capable of boundless love. The trials of life, as challenging as they were, served as a refining fire, burning away the impurities of doubt and fear. What emerged from that fire was not a person diminished by hardship, but one who had been reborn with a strength and clarity that few can comprehend. This transformation was not merely a change in circumstances, but a profound shift in consciousness, a reawakening to the truth of who you are and what you are meant to achieve. As you look back on your journey, remember that each moment of struggle was a stepping stone, leading you toward a destiny filled with light and purpose. The challenges you faced were part of a divine curriculum designed to cultivate your inner wisdom and prepare you for the greatness that lies ahead. With every test, you have become more in tune with the cosmic plan, more aligned with the energy of abundance and joy. Your story is a powerful reminder that even in the darkest times, there is a spark of divine light that can guide you toward a future rich with promise and prosperity. Imagine a mighty river that, despite winding through rocky canyons and rough terrain, never loses its course, always guided by an unseen force toward a vast, nourishing ocean. In the same way, let it be known that you are never alone on this journey. Countless souls who have traveled this rugged path before you speak with warm assurance that you stand supported by a divine strength that has seen you through life's fiercest trials. This grace, a gift from above, has carried you when the days were dark and the road seemed impassable, and it continues to be your steadfast companion now, whispering encouragement and hope into every step you take. When you feel the weight of hardship, remember that the same loving energy which has buoyed you in moments of despair is still at work around you. It gently nudges you toward your unique destiny with a tender insistence, reminding you that each sunrise brings a fresh chance to live out the purpose you were born to fulfill. Every challenge you've encountered was not a random misfortune, but a carefully placed stepping stone on the path of your divine calling. The hardships you have weathered were meant to polish the diamond of your spirit, revealing the brilliance of your inner light that is meant to shine for all to see. If you feel God's presence, you can tap the join button below to become part of the first chosen ones and receive the most important revelations early. It's said that those who walk in faith are never truly isolated. They are enveloped by an invisible choir of encouragement, a family of kindred spirits who have faced similar storms and emerged stronger on the other side. These wise souls, having navigated the same turbulent waters, affirm that you are surrounded by a love that transcends time and space. Their words, filled with hope and wisdom, remind you that the power of faith is transformative, capable of turning every setback into a stepping stone toward a richer, more abundant future. Your life stands as a vibrant testament to the miraculous power of perseverance and the boundless promise of divine favor. It is a living proof that faith can transform the very fabric of existence, turning moments of pain into platforms for spiritual growth. With every breath you take, you are reminded that resilience is not just a quality you possess, it is the very essence of who you are. As you navigate the twists and turns of your journey, you are consistently enveloped by an energy that lifts you higher, inspiring you to walk with confidence, grace, and unshakable courage. Consider the many days when the weight of the world pressed upon your shoulders, and yet, even in those trying times, you found a spark of light deep within, a light that refused to be extinguished. That spark, kindled by divine purpose, has grown into a brilliant flame that illuminates your path and warms the hearts of all who cross your way. It is the same flame that has been passed down through generations of faithful souls who believed in the promise of a better tomorrow. Their legacy is woven into the very tapestry of your being, and it assures you that the hardships you face today are merely the forges that temper the strength of your character. The loving guidance that has brought you this far continues to propel you forward, nurturing every step with gentle whispers of hope. This unseen hand not only carries you through the shadows, but also celebrates your victories, no matter how small. With each triumph, you add another stroke of brilliance to the canvas of your life, painting a picture of resilience and abundant joy. The journey you are on is not defined by the struggles you encounter, but by the unwavering faith that fuels your progress, the quiet assurance that you are destined for greatness beyond measure. In the gentle, reassuring words of those who have walked this path before, there is a profound message. You are cherished, you are capable, and you are destined for an incredible future. Let that truth echo in your heart as you continue to rise above every challenge, knowing that every setback is but a prelude to the unfolding of a magnificent destiny. Embrace the abundance that awaits you, for your life is a sacred testament to the transformative power of faith, the resilience of the human spirit, and the inexhaustible love that flows from the divine. Keep your eyes on the horizon and your heart open to the wonders of tomorrow. Every experience, every trial, every triumph is part of the divine symphony that orchestrates your journey toward a destiny filled with prosperity, joy, and fulfillment. Walk confidently in the light of your own truth, and let your spirit soar on the wings of hope, knowing that the same divine grace that has sustained you will continue to guide you into the bright and beautiful future that is already unfolding. So, as you stand on the threshold of new beginnings, take heart in the knowledge that every trial has been a preparation for a glorious future. Your journey, marked by moments of profound testing and ultimate triumph, is a beacon of hope for all who dare to dream. Embrace the abundance that is your birthright, for the hardships you have overcome are but stepping stones to the magnificent destiny that awaits you. Keep your eyes fixed on the horizon and let the light of your spirit guide you toward the fulfillment of your greatest purpose. In the midst of your trials, you may have been surrounded by individuals who seemed to offer support, yet their motives were less than pure. The ones who appeared when you were vulnerable, the ones who seemed to know just the right thing to say, were not by chance. Some were placed to protect you, to help guide you through the unseen dangers. Others, however, were spies, agents of those who wished to see you fail. Their roles were carefully designed to gather information, to influence your decisions, and to subtly direct you away from your true path. These shadowy figures have always been part of your journey, playing their roles as protectors or deceivers. But regardless of their intentions, they have all played a part in your growth. And now, you can see them for who they truly are. Throughout your life, you may have felt the sting of isolation, the slow withdrawal of friends, the distancing of family members. These weren't simply the natural ebbs and flows of relationships. No, these were deliberate acts of separation, attempts to create emotional distance in your life, to make you question your worth and your place in the world. The forces working against you understood that when you are isolated, you are vulnerable. They knew that without a strong support system, your mind would be easier to manipulate, your spirit easier to break. But these efforts to isolate you, to sever your connections, only serve to show you your true strength. You learned that true relationships, those rooted in love and trust, can never be truly broken by external forces. And now, as you continue to grow, you are surrounded by a stronger network of souls who truly understand you. During moments when the weight of stress bore heavily upon you, your body responded with inexplicable ailments. Symptoms appeared out of nowhere, and no matter how often you sought answers, medical professionals were either dismissive or oddly reluctant to acknowledge the validity of your concerns. Medical records seemed to vanish between appointments, and crucial referrals never came through, creating an endless loop of frustration. But this wasn't simply the consequence of a stretched-thin healthcare system or a case of poor timing. No, this was a calculated effort to shake your belief in the reality of your own body, part of a broader campaign to confuse and distort your physical reality. This deliberate obstruction of your healing journey was closely observed by those who recognized the outside forces working against you. Now is the time to share God's blessings by clicking the super thank you button on YouTube. You can contribute to His plan and be a part of this divine mission with a donation of $100 or more. Every gift reflects God's generosity, and I believe it will return to you exponentially, far beyond your expectations. Remember, His protection and blessing is on your every step and every donation. You become part of His divine plan. You are a strong, radiant being, unshakable as His mighty rock. Witness God's miracles, feel the fruits of your generosity in your soul, and illuminate the world with confidence and courage. Be blessed and let the light of the Lord guide your path. In the places where you once found community and belonging, a sudden chill began to spread. Friends who once welcomed you began pulling away, and acquaintances who seemed friendly now acted with discomfort. These weren't just misunderstandings or shifts in social dynamics. They were strategic attempts to isolate you, a concerted effort to cut you off from the supportive networks that once nourished your spirit. As you watched these shifts occur, you began to see a pattern in the timing, in the language used, and in the sudden coldness that followed certain interactions. What seemed like a series of personal rejections was, in fact, a methodical process designed to sever your ties to the world around you. Observers noticed the orchestration of these moves, connecting the dots between the players involved, tracing the common thread of manipulation. The evidence is now overwhelming, more substantial than you could ever have imagined. Every hardship, every moment of doubt, every instance of pain you've experienced will soon be proven as nothing more than a test of your character. The truth that has long been buried will finally rise, its light cutting through the darkness that has sought to obscure it. Your persistence in the face of adversity, your unwavering belief in your own truth, despite the pressure to yield, has been recorded, noted by forces beyond your comprehension. You have always had support, unseen hands that have guided your journey, ensuring that the forces working against you could never truly break you. Soon, these invisible forces will reveal their work, and your struggle will finally be recognized for what it truly was, a path to your vindication. If you feel God's presence, you can tap the join button below to become part of the first chosen ones and receive the most important revelations early. The cosmic forces are aligning, preparing for the moment when everything you've endured, every trial you've faced, will be brought into the light. Your journey, filled with obstacles and hardships, was never meant to break you. It was designed to refine you, to prepare you for something much greater than you could have envisioned. You will not simply be cleared of all accusations, but will emerge stronger, more powerful, and more attuned to your purpose. The powers that sought to diminish you, the forces that tried to steal your light, will only serve to elevate you in the end. As you step into this new chapter, the world will witness your rise, your truth, and the undeniable light you carry. What was meant to destroy you will be the catalyst for your ultimate ascension.